Slowly, gently bring our awareness back here to the space, to where we're sitting. Deep breath in and out. A sense of gratitude for this time that we've had to share, to be in the stillness and the quiet. And as you're ready, open your eyes, wiggling fingers and toes. And thank you. Thank you all for being here. And we'll see you back at the top of the hour. Come join us. See you soon.
I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. And I know the light of love is shining in my eyes. I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Yes, I am. I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. Happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. And I know the light of love shining in my eyes. I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. A little bird told me life is so sweet. As I listen to her song, I know I am complete. I have all the keys to love, joy, and peace. The power is infinite. Love will increase. I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. I'm happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. I know the light of love is shining in my eyes. I am happy, healthy, wealthy, and and wise. A little birdie told me life is so sweet. As I listen to her song, I know I am complete. I have all the keys to love, joy, and peace. The power is infinite. Love will increase. I am happy, happy, healthy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. I'm happy, happy, so healthy, wealthy.
All right. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Scottsdale Center for Spiritual Living. I'm Reverend Lee Hyatt, and we are thrilled to have everybody here in the space with us, and all of you joining us out there on the live stream, on Facebook Live, on YouTube. Who knows? We could expand to other stuff down the stream. I don't know. With technology, it could turn into some hologram somewhere. Who knows? But we're glad you're here. Glad to have you all joining us here at the Scottsdale Center for Spiritual Living. Welcome in particular to those of us who are here for the very first time here in the space and joining us online. We have a lot going on here at the center, and there are lots of ways to be involved and to join us for various activities. Like this afternoon, we have a workshop going on this afternoon that I'll be doing from noon to 3, and I hope some of you can stay, or if you're out watching it somewhere in the Phoenix Metro, come join us this afternoon for that. If you'd like to keep up to date on what's going on, you can join our mailing list. There's a paper and a pen or pencil in the lobby, or you can go to the website, or you can put your camera at the QR code and it will take you to the website where you can join the mailing list to keep up on what's going on. You can also follow us on Facebook, where we live stream every Sunday. You can follow us on Instagram. And in addition, if you are a Facebook active person, you can check in on Facebook and say, hey, I'm here at the Scottsdale CSL. Come join us. So with that, we have a great community here at Scottsdale Center for Spiritual Living. We have a mission, vision, and purpose for being. So if you could join me in speaking that into the service this morning, I'd appreciate it. And our mission is to provide spiritual tools for personal and community transformation. Our vision is a world that works for everyone. Our purpose is to awaken to our spiritual magnificence, and so it is. Okay. Let's see. In the good news department today, I ran across this yesterday and I thought, oh, wow. From Australia comes a story too cool to believe. Like a vegetable version or a vegetation version of Jurassic Park or King Kong, a copse of pine trees from a species that evolved in the Cretaceous era were found high in the mountains of Australia. These living fossils, to use a classic phrase, survived both the comet impact, the subsequent firestorm that killed the dinosaurs, as well as 2 intervening ice ages to make it to our time. The Australian botanists are treating the specimens as a top secret national treasure, although not so secret anymore. The Wollemi pine evolved 91 million years ago and was thought to have been extinct, according to the fossil record, 2 million years ago. But in the Blue Mountains west of Sydney, a stand of 90 specimens were found high in the remote mountain peaks in 1994. Wow. And yeah, a couple other notes that I have here. It helps with the story that the pine doesn't look much like a pine tree. You see it in the woods by your house, sporting Granny Smith's apple green foliage that grows in a pattern similar to a fern and has a covering of bark reminiscent of Cocoa Puffs. Seedlings and saplings grow less than 1 centimeter a year. They won't mature until they can reach the rainforest canopy and access the sunlight above. They grow extremely slowly. So, wow. Pretty cool. I thought that was awesome. So, with that, let's shift gears. We'll light the candle and move into the rest of our service. So if you join me, turn within. We are so very, very grateful to be here together. Awake, aware, alive, and conscious that there is only one. Divine life, divine love, peace, power, beauty, and joy in each and every spot, in each and every place, with each and every breath. We are conscious, awake, and aware of its activity in, through, around, and as each and every one of us, right here and right now. And that this now moment is the only moment. We know this true of each of us as we are gathered here together. We know that we are connected to each and every point, each and every person, place, and thing in this world and in this universe. So good to remember. And as we are joined together here to bless each other, we know that this blessing extends to all those, no matter their spiritual path, no matter their practice, each and every one is blessed. For with all the myriad paths up the mountain, they all lead to the one. And so we move into this time together knowing that all is well, that life is good and very good, and that this growth, this activity, this gathering of spiritual seekers finds a point of revelation for each. An awakening, a gift of knowledge, of awareness, of truth, of love for each and every person. That as we join together, we are grateful. Grateful for this time. Grateful for our community as it grows and expands each and every day. And grateful for each other. And so we let it be. And so it is.
You are blessed. You are a blessing. 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 You are a blessing. You are a blessing.
Good morning. Good morning. Okay, so I'm doing the announcements this morning, and we're going to have the same proverb we had last time, but it's really a good one. When eating fruit, remember the one who planted the tree. Okay? And we're going to be talking about gratitude today. Does anyone want to share any grateful things that are happening in their life today?
I do.
Thank you, Valerie.
I'd like to give a great shout out to Reverend Jill and Ron for their wonderful Gourmet for God event Super Bowl party last week. It was fantastic. The food was over the top. The Niners didn't win, but it was great, and it was just a wonderful event. So I would like to give a shout out and a thanks for a wonderful event to Jill and Ron. Thanks.
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, Bob and I were privileged to attend as well, and And it really was such a fun thing. It's so we're going to be talking a little bit about Gourmet for God. That's one of our fundraising events that we have for our center here. And we call it Gourmet for God, but it doesn't really necessarily need to be food. It doesn't need to be gourmet. It's actually a time where you get to know people. You do something that kind of you're sharing. So you can kind of, you know, partner up with another person to have an event. You can have it at the church, you can have it in your home. I think there's a binder out in the front there that some of the things we did in the past. And it basically is just a lot of fun. And you have somewhere around maybe 10 or 12 people over. And so the church takes care of all the money. So you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about if you're not a gourmet cook. You know, hot dogs are great, whatever. You can have a cookie thing, just whatever. But it's just a getting together and a little fundraising thing for us. So if you have any questions about that, you can either contact Valerie or myself, and we can help you with that. Okay. And let's see, today we're going to be having a workshop, Reverend Lee. Yes, and this is Tapestry of Love, right? Okay, so this is an opportunity to explore the wonderful variety of the expression of love in our lives. And during the workshop, we will gain an understanding of healthy connection and attachment in relationships. We will learn an inspiring practice for building self love, practice being in conscious connection with others, and join for an exploration of color, tone, and texture of love's expression and how it impacts our lives. The afternoon will be an experiential exploration of living love, noon to 3 o'clock today, and a $10 suggested offering. And so then after Reverend Lee's talk today, he'll open it up so that you can ask any questions you may have or comments you may have about the talk or really any kind of a spiritual type of thing. So we love the music here at CSL, and today we're having Jamie Lula. So enjoy.
Something's calling.
Okay. Well, good morning again. We continue today in our journey, our exploration of love and relationships. It is February, and we just had Valentine's Day. How did we do on Valentine's Day? We do okay? We did all right. Yeah, we did all right. Excuse me. So this morning, I'm going to talk a little bit, we're going to shift gears a little bit and look at self-love. It was self-love is always kind of a tricky thing because people, you talk about self-love and people think about you know being self-centered, self-aggrandizing, narcissistic. I mean, all kinds of stuff we get accused of if we speak too highly of ourselves. However, having a good, healthy relationship with ourselves is very much the foundation for everything else, I think. It's a foundation for moving through the world in a happy, healthy, secure way, feeling confident, feeling safe in the world. If I am my own best friend, then I'm really never alone, am I? And in our book of the month, the author A.H. Almas writes this. It says, when you are exploring yourself and you are starting to see your true nature opening up and unfolding, you feel this excitement, this wonder, and this passion about yourself. I mean, being excited and having a sense of wonder and sense of passion about me, I can remember a long, extended period of my life where having such an attitude about me was unthinkable. I couldn't even imagine feeling like that about myself. Some days, today, I do. Some days I feel really good about me. Some days I don't feel quite so good about me. And the conversations in my head are not real helpful. And I now have the tools to help me move through that, to help me kind of regulate that and feel safer, feeling less triggered, feeling more secure about myself and my place in the world, and feeling better about me. And if I make a mistake, it's not the end of the world. And if I make a mistake, all my friends are not going to turn around and walk out on me. Has anybody else felt like that? I have felt like that. How can I be more compassionate, more forgiving, more gentle with me? Because the foundation of love is self-love, and the foundation of self-love is understanding and embracing our own true nature. To understand that what we are is very much tied to who we are. Thinking about it, considering what we are in this spiritual universe is very key. Understanding what we are is very key to developing that passionate, compassionate, enthusiastic sense of self, that connection with who we are on a day in, day out basis, so that we walk through the world in a very confident, peaceful, passionate, enthusiastic way, all at the same time. Now, I know some of you are going, God, that's a really high bar, Reverend Lee. That's a really high bar. And it's a bar I set for me. Am I always there? Heck no. Am I somewhere between depressed and enthusiastic about every moment of life on most days? Yeah, I'm somewhere in there. But if I don't hold the bar, if I don't set that intention for myself, if I don't say, hey, you know what, Lee, you are happy, healthy, and you are awesome every day, if I don't set that bar for me, I've got nothing to strive for. I've got no target. I've got no map to navigate the world with. So I'm going to set that bar. I think I've shared with you before, I'm involved in a group, and they meet online every morning at 10 till 6, our time, Monday through Friday. And we come together, and this wonderful lady, Lindsaya Van Dusen, who lives in Michigan, great lady, she's established this practice, and these people come together, and we talk about self-love. It's like, what am I proud about? What am I grateful for? What is my heart's desire today? And how am I loving me today? All four of those, just one thing every day. And we share, there's 20, 40, 30, sometimes more people in this little audio group every Monday through Friday. And we set the bar for each other, and we support each other, and we celebrate each other. And it makes a huge difference when we hold ourselves accountable to our highest ideals about who we are. And if you want to know more about that practice, we're going to practice it this afternoon, noon to 3. It's a powerful practice. And what it's about is reconnecting with the highest ideas of who we are, of remembering what we are. Imelda Shanklin wrote a little book called What Are You? And she says in that book that each and every one of us is a divine idea within the mind of God. Wow. Think of that. Can you think of yourself? Really embody the idea that you are, I am, each and every one of us is a divine idea within the mind of God, standing, sitting right where we are right now, each and every one of us. I'm looking at you and I'm seeing a divine idea within the mind of God. You're looking at me, seeing a divine idea within the mind of God. What is that idea? It is loving, joyful, healthy, whole, prosperous, whole, complete, and perfect in every way if we simply allow ourselves to be that. Now, we get born into this world in this wonderful state. When we look at a newborn baby, whether it's in person, or especially in person, whether it's in person, on TV, in a picture, we're drawn to that. And there is a part of us, I know, that absolutely relaxes just in the presence of that new life. Now, why is that? And I was thinking about that this morning. Why is that? Why is it that that happens? And I think the reason that that happens is that baby, that new life remembers. That new life remembers. That new life still believes, still knows intuitively that it is whole, complete, and perfect just as it is. And we look at that and we see that reflection and we get reminded of that magnificence. We get reminded of that magic. We get reminded of that divine idea that says, you know what? You're okay. And it's okay. So what's the path back? What's the path back to that? We talk about prayer. We talk about meditation. We talk about spiritual mind treatment, affirmative prayer. And there are a bunch of other tools that we can use, like the self-love practice I mentioned earlier that we're going to be talking about more later. There's also a way of taking care of ourselves, of reminding ourselves that we're okay. I'm going to walk through a few of those with us this morning. Before I get into that list of how, A.H. Almas says this, goes on and says this in the book. He says, seeing your own preciousness. I love that word. That's a nice word, preciousness. Seeing your own preciousness, exquisiteness, beauty, and aliveness, and loving it intensely, then you are experiencing your essential nature. So how do we come to see that? What are some of the tools, some of the things, some of the ideas that we can embrace to kind of get us back to that? Remembering that. One of them is to simply allow yourself to be present with you. How often, how much time do you allow yourself to just simply be with you and be comfortable with it? That's the other part of the equation. Learning to be comfortable with just being with you. What do I do to avoid that? Do I have to have music on all the time? Do I have to have a TV on in the background? How often do you drive down the highway without a radio on? When you're at home or out walking, do you have to, if you're out for a walk, do you have your earbuds in listening to music? Or can you walk out in the world, like the park, without them in? Is that okay? Is that comfortable? I remember the first time I put headphones on. I was listening to my Walkman with a cassette tape. And I put those headphones on, and I was like, wow. And after a while, at first it was irritating because it was just too much. I got overwhelmed by it. But then you get used to it. And then it's like, oh man, I've got to have those on if I'm not walking around or I'm not doing anything. It takes me out of me. Am I okay with just being with me? So that's one thing to think about. Can I just simply be present with me? And when I'm just being present with me, can I celebrate me? Can I get excited about who I am and what I'm doing? Can I be excited about the growth and expansion? Can I be excited about the little wins? In our house, we practice even the little wins. We celebrate even the little wins. Did the dishes get done today before we went to bed? That's a win, right? Can you celebrate the little wins, the little growth? The wow, I finally got that book read. Or I got that project finished. Or I got up and out of the door on time, right? All of the little wins and then the big wins, the big life events. Can I take the time to celebrate me, or is that just, I just roll through them, right? Because I'm just so busy doing life, so busy getting stuff done, so busy checking things off the list that I forget to be grateful, thankful, and celebrate all the little things that I do just for me, or I do for others, or just the little things that I'm doing better today than I did yesterday. Am I willing to just celebrate me, right? And how aligned, and the next one is, how aligned am I? How attuned am I to my heart's desire? How attuned am I to the vision I have for myself? How dialed into me am I? When the committee kicks in, am I aware of it? When that negative committee that starts chewing on me, starts beating up on me, engages, am I conscious enough to wait to say, hey, time out. We're not doing this. When I start getting stressed out or anxious because things aren't necessarily going the way I want them to go, when I start getting stressed out and anxious because the people around me are not cooperating with what I think is the agenda for the day, am I willing to just let that go and say, you know what, that's them. I'm going to take care of me. I'm going to stop and take a few deep breaths and recenter and just be okay with me. I'm going to dial in and recenter and close my eyes and say, you know what? I'm going to love me just as I am. I'm going to take care of me right now. They can all go do whatever they're going to do. The world is going to go on spinning on its axis. And until then, I am going to assume that all is well and that life is good. Because I'm here. And I'm willing to just be present with me, take care of me, go do some self-care or go take care of whatever it is I feel like I need to take care of and move on. Because my well-being, my self-worth, my self-love is dependent on no one else but me and my relationship with my higher power. Period. End of story. Am I willing to stand that strong in me? Now that is not to exclude my relationships with other people, how I behave in my relationships with others. Because if I am loving me, I necessarily am loving others. If I am loving me in a healthy way, caring for me, feeding and nurturing the love and compassion and care that I can have for myself, that is by extension going to move out into the world and be reflected back to me and be extended through me in a healthy exchange with every person, place, and thing I meet and greet in the world on a day in, day out basis. Because it becomes, by virtue of my own practice, an extension, an essential part of who I am and how I express. Because I've embraced divine love. I have embraced joy. I have embraced peace. I've embraced my own true nature. And all of that is going to be expressed through me. It's going to become my atmosphere. Because I practice it inside. It will be the atmosphere that I walk as, the atmosphere that I walk in, and the atmosphere that gets expressed by me in each and every moment. Because that is what it is. One more step. I can read my own writing. Ah, yes. Routines. What are the practices? Routines and rituals. How do I put things into place? How do I put routines and rituals into place in my own life that support this growth? Do I have a daily meditation practice, whether it's sitting or walking or listening to music? And don't get me wrong, listening to music to meditate is great. I'm not talking about being comfortable with me in the silence. That's a point, right? Meditate with music, meditate with a bowl, whatever it is that works for you. But what are the routines and rituals that you can put in place in your own life that support your growth? What are the routines and rituals that you can put in place in your life that support your connection, your healthy connection with you? Do you have a weekly Zen bath ritual with Epsom salt and candles and incense, maybe some music? If you have a daily meditation ritual, if you have a daily reading practice, journaling practice, there are practices out there, dozens, hundreds of daily practices you could embrace. And every now and then it helps to change them up, just to shake things up just a little bit. But what are the things that you can put in place to help you learn and grow, that support you in expanding and deepening that relationship that we have with ourselves, that helps us learn, that helps us grow, that helps us feel safe and secure and loved, even when nobody else is around? A.H. Almus goes on to write this: passionate love toward your own self arises as you realize that true nature, as you realize that true nature is what you are. It is not just an experience you are having. Passionate love towards your own self, that is your true nature. Now, how is that? A passionate love towards my own self. How is that my true nature? Now, what do we say? We say that infinite spirit, God, if you will, is love. And that love is the gift of creation, the act of creation in, through, as, and around us in each and every moment. Love is that creative impulse that moves through us. Now, sure, it takes on a variety of forms, expressions, all around us, in and through us. The love we give to our friends, the love we give to our children, the love we share with family, the love we have for the garden in our yard, the love we have for nature. How is it that so often we forget to give that to us? If I am a divine idea within the mind of God, if I'm a divine idea within the heart of God, then I am love. I am love, I am loved, I am lovable, because that is my inherent nature as love. I get to be that, express that, experience that, because I am here. And when I align with that, my actions reflect that. When I align with that, my actions, my choices, all of it lines up and supports that kind of experience, supports that kind of expression. And I end up making choices that support that experience. How many ways can I figure out to love me? How many ways can I figure out to care for and about me? How many ways can I figure out to comfort me? How many ways can I figure out, can I create to soothe me when I'm upset? when I get triggered by some kind of event, by some kind of action, by myself, by somebody else, by the world, when I get wound up and fired up, how conscious can I allow myself to be? How can I train myself to short circuit that and bring myself back to center? To notice that I'm wound up, to notice that I've been triggered. How can I practice that? To bring myself back to who and what I am. Every time I remind myself to do that, it gets easier the next time. Every time I have the realization that, hey, I just got triggered by da 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 da. Okay, what can I do now? Stop and breathe. Remove myself from the situation and go stop and really just be present with how I'm feeling. Find a way to just simply remember that I'm okay, that I deserve love, that I deserve to be loved, that I get to be here and simply be present with who I am, to connect with me, and maybe reach out and find somebody in my world that I feel safe with, that I can walk up to and say, you know what, I just need to talk. I would be great if you could just sit here and listen to me and let me talk. And let me figure this out. Or maybe come up and find somebody and say, hey, you know what? I need to bounce some ideas around with you. Are you willing to do that with me? Because this could be pretty heavy, and I want to make sure you're okay with that. Or maybe it's something a light thing, but you get the point. Being a good friend is asking permission. Being a good friend is saying, you know what? I just want you to know that I trust you enough and I want to share some things with you. And if that's okay with you, I'd like to do that right now. And they can say yes and they can say no. You go find somebody else. Pick up the phone. I think you get the idea. If I can move through the world in a conscious, loving fashion, in a conscious, loving fashion that honors me as a divine idea within the mind of God and honors everybody else as being the same, wow, what a world. What a world I get to create for myself. Surrounded by people that walk in this world in a very conscious, loving, caring fashion. Imagine that. Imagine that. So do we believe that we are deserving of such a life? Do we? I say yes. Say yes. Can you say yes? Can I get a yes? Yes. We believe that we are deserving of such a life. Sure, we've made mistakes, and that's okay. Sure, there have been problems along the way. And you know what? What's our success rate in getting through the day? 100%. Because we're here right now. And we have learned and we have grown and we have evolved. And we continue to learn, grow, and evolve together. We're on the planet together. And yes, self-love is all about loving and caring and nurturing me. And when we do that, it makes it a whole lot easier to get along with the rest of the people on this planet. Right? Right. So, our practice this week, and then we'll get to questions. But our practice this week is let us dare to love ourselves enthusiastically. Upon waking and getting moving for the day, let's pause at the mirror and do this. Now, this works. I have done this with Logan and Megan. So I'm going to invite you all to stand. Just for a moment, please stand. Because it helps. So with enthusiasm, please. The phrase at the bottom. I am happy. I am healthy. I am awesome. I'm not buying it. Again, I am happy. I am healthy. And I am awesome. One more time. I am happy. I am healthy. I am awesome. See, you got to smile. It smiles. Okay, thank you. You may, yes. So that is the practice for the week. And I invite you to do it enough times that you are laughing at the end, like Valerie in the back row. I am happy. I am healthy. I am awesome. And I've done this with Logan and Megan, and they think it's hilarious. Okay. So with that, it's your turn. Questions, comments, and your own answers. My answers, your answers, somebody's answers. So questions or comments today? Anybody? Yes. Was it? Oh.
I'm just wondering, when you say love yourself, what do you mean by that? I mean, specifically. Exactly. I want to know.
Okay.
Okay.
Loving me. So that would be Victoria loving you, loving who you are, all of you. Right? Good parts, bad parts, somewhere in between, all of it. I love all of me.
And so setting the bar.
Yes.
So what kind of bar are we setting? I mean, is it about ourselves, or is it how we interact with other people, or?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. It's me, it's my behavior, it's how I show up. How I show up for me, how I show up for the people in my life. Because how I show up for me is going to inevitably be how I show up for others, right? Frequently, yes, we give ourselves away to a point. Like all of a sudden, all my concern will frequently be, it's all about everybody else, right? And I'm doing for everybody else. I'm acting for everybody else, and I'm forgetting about me, right? Those are the times that lead us to, we start feeling drained, right? We're talking about giving from the saucer, not from the cup, right? We're taking care of ourselves enough that our resources are full to overflowing, our inner resources. But if we're always outward focused on the other people, places, and things in our world, and we're not taking care of us, then that gets drained. So when I'm talking about self-love, it's not just self-care, it's caring enough about me, or loving myself enough to take care of me as well, right? To take the time for me, to understand me, to accept me.
I can understand understanding me, because I think we analyze what we do. Mm-hmm. And I certainly do that if I've behaved in a way that wasn't what I would really hope. And
sure.
Then I forgive myself and move on. But it's just kind of, I guess the term love yourself mm-hmm. just doesn't sit really well with me. But I think I feel better with it. I recognize myself trying to mm-hmm. do better every day than mm-hmm. I did.
Right.
So I feel more comfortable with that, but nevertheless, it's still good.
Sure. No, thank you, Victoria. That's great. It's a great point. And I think we've had so many messages from society that it's not okay, that we buy into that it's wrong, right? We've been told that it's wrong. I remember being told that. Conceit. Yeah, it's conceited to behave in such a way. It's conceited to think in such a way. It's not. right? Because I'm the one I live with 24/7, 365 for how many rotations around the sun, right? So I best be comfortable with me because I'm with me all the time, right? So great question. Thank you for bringing that up. Anybody else? Valerie?
Good morning again. One thing that helps me and has helped me is through daily meditation. And the words I am really resonates with self-love. I am love, I am God, I am peace, all of that. So that really helps me really get into the core of who I am, and that's who I am. I am.
Great. Thank you, Valerie. All right. Anybody else?
I will just say, after listening to Victoria's share, reminded me of something I've heard said. To the degree to which you can love yourself, will inform others how to treat you. So, like Reverend Lee was talking about, having self-love, filling your own cup, then you can have and hold your own loving boundaries, right? When it comes to interacting with other people, and how you are willing, therefore, to be treated by others is how well you treat yourself.
All right. Anybody else? Oh,
I just think of a few simple things I've done in my life, like insisting that my children wear seatbelts and giving up smoking and cold turkey and, some things that I've been really proud of myself.
bravo. Yes.
Celebrate.
Yes. Mm-hmm. All right. Let's wrap it up. So let's take this all into prayer, all of it. And we'll practice this. We'll practice by remembering that there is only one life, and that life is God. That life is divine life and love and truth. It's an infinite mind and intelligence. It is care and comfort. It is celebration. It is enthusiasm. It is a certain joy that this life expresses in, through, around, and as each and every one of us right here and right now. Like a drop of water in the ocean, there is no separation between it and us. For in truth, it is all there is, and we are it individualized, not separate from, simply a point of expression. And so as we move into the rest of this day and into this week, we remember, we recall, and we claim a restoration to wholeness for each and every one of us, a restoration of our awareness that love is truly what we are. We are it expressed in this moment as in every moment, every breath, every thought, every act, every emotion, every point of stillness is love expressed. And we breathe it in, we feel it like a great big warm hug. Like a baby's smile. Like walking in the forest and seeing the light shine down through the tree limbs. We feel the love expressed. And so with gratitude for this and so much more, with gratitude for the givingness that Spirit is through us, through our community, through the world in which we live, a blessing exists and that it is expressed in, through, and as each and every point. We see it, we feel it, Spirit expressed, God expressed as love of self and of others. So anything unlike this is simply swept aside by the light. And we embrace it as each and every one of us. And so we let it be, and so it is. All right. Now is our time for, grateful giving. Now's the time for grateful giving, where we practice the law of circulation. Is where we affirm and circulate the good that we have received in our lives and support the activities of this center in promoting affirmative spirituality in our community and throughout the world. Ernest Holmes writes that the universe operates through dynamic exchange. Giving and receiving are different aspects of the flow of universal energy. In our willingness to give what we seek, we keep the abundance of the universe circulating in our lives. So we invite everybody here and everybody out there online to join us in this practice this morning. There are a lot of ways to share your contribution. We have a list of ways you can support the center. The first of which is that there are online donations on the website. You can set it up joining the Auto Tithe program, where you can set up a recurring automatic gift, weekly, monthly, so on. If you do that, feel free to stop by and grab a golden ticket on your way in. Not Willy Wonka's golden ticket, but a golden ticket. We can drop in the basket as it comes around if you care to do that. Also, we have Money Finders. Money Finders is the green envelope you'll see pop up from time to time. This is a program, and we invite you to take an envelope with you. Keep one in the car, keep one in the house, and every time some kind of serendipitous, unplanned for income shows up, you write it down on the envelope and how much it was, and then 10% goes in the envelope, and you drop it off here. You keep 90%. And it's a way of setting an intention that says, you know what? My job is not my only source of money. There are other ways money will show up. Somebody pays for your coffee unexpectedly in the line at Dutch Brothers. See, I didn't say the S word. You can also use Zelle. There are a lot of ways to give. You can write a check. You can give cash if you're giving cash or writing a check. There are these envelopes. You can write information on here to let us know who you are, so that we can send you a note at the end of the year for tax purposes. Because we are a 501c3 organization. So there is all of that. So if you would join me in our, there it is. Hold your gift over your heart if you like to, and say with me, I am an open channel through which prosperity flows. I accept the divine flow of goodness, ideas, and substance through me now. I am grateful for my full and prosperous life, and so it is.
Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, Gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around me. I'm so grateful, 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 I'm so grateful.
And we are so very, very grateful for the abundance of prosperity, the good that has been shared with us today, knowing that we are indeed participating in the flow and the ever increasing cycle of abundance that this universe is, that we are, and that expresses in, through, around, and as each and every one of us. We receive it, we are grateful for it, and knows that it flows forward through us to support the work of this center and all of its members and friends. And so we let it be, and so it is. All right. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody here in the space. Thank you, everybody out there online. If you would like prayer today, I'm it. So be patient. You can also leave a prayer request, and I'm happy to spend time with you in prayer after the service. If you'd like to, there is a prayer request box also in the lobby, and those requests will be passed along to myself, to Reverend Jill, and to Daniel, no matter where he is in the world. He does get notified of prayer requests. And there's a spot on the website available to you 24/7. Reminder that Reverend Jill and I are also available for spiritual coaching. If you'd like one-on-one coaching in your life about your spiritual practice, your spiritual growth, that is by appointment. And you can reach out to us individually for that. Next Sunday, we'll be right back here as we continue our Foundations of Love series. We wrap up our Foundations of Love series with Reverend Jill's talk, Inner Union, recognizing that God is love and we are created of that love. We will delve into our search for the ultimate inner union with the beloved, the source of all our longing and desire, the creative nature of the universe within us, and more. This afternoon, as I've mentioned repeatedly, what? There's a workshop. The Tapestry of Love workshop starting at noon right here. How many people are staying or coming back for that today? 1, 2, 3, maybe more. We'll see. All right. We will be doing that. And maybe if some of you online or here in the area, you've got time to be here. If I know you're coming, send me a text. I'll wait for you. Save the date, Easter Sunday and the Courtyard Anniversary Celebration, March 31st. So there is that as well. Join us in the affirmation for today. Please stand. I live in peace and share my joy. I am empowered by spiritual truth. Today, I love myself just the way I am. And so it is. Thank you all for being here.
Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are making a new world now. Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a undo.